Welcome to the Life of Sassy. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider joining my YouTube family by clicking on that subscribe button down below. Here at the Life of Sassy, it's all things food with a little bit of life mixed in. Today, we have a lot of cleaning to do. I'm gonna be honest, I let my house slip. We had our annual 2-week shutdown from work, and I decided to take those 2 weeks off, only covering the bare basics at home. So today we need to get back on track, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is real life. I still have not regained my house after shutdown where I decided to take those 2 weeks off and only do the bare minimum. It is now 2 weeks since we ended shutdown, but I have spent the last 2 weeks being multiple people at work because we are short-staffed. Plus, I wasn't feeling well yesterday, so I got absolutely nothing done. As you can see here, my kitchen is a bit of a disaster. We need to restock our tea. I said I'd make more snack mix, so I have the cheese bites there to add. I still have a bag of rice from my grocery haul, which will be included in this video, that I need to break down and get into my pantry. I have the food saver out to do that. That is a broken food processor. I need to get in the garbage. The hand mixer needs to be put away. The bread machine needs to be put away. We started making something and stopped, so that pot is just full of water. Cooling rack from yesterday. And then as you can see here, we have a ton of dishes. We ran our dishwasher Friday night. I wasn't feeling well on Saturday, so I didn't get it emptied. So all of the dishes have just piled up. As always, there's always a few dishes we've done by hand. We have a box of potatoes there, a bag of garbage to go out, but yeah. Not to mention this floor desperately needs a good scrubbing. So, a lot to be done. Let's get going. First things first, I need to empty the dishwasher. As you can see here, we actually ran the dishwasher the day before, but it didn't get emptied, so we've been using some dishes out of it. I don't know what it is. We only run our dishwasher every 2 to 3 days, but every Saturday it needs to be empty. As I'd mentioned, we had run the dishwasher the day before, but just didn't get around to emptying it. Life happens. So today is one of those days where there's a lot of dishes to go back in, and I feel like once I get it reloaded, it's going to be pretty close to needing to run the dishwasher again. Now onto the hand dishes. I'm going to start by scrubbing out our sinks and then I'll get started. Does anyone else not put their plastics in the dishwasher? I find they just flip over, they fill with water, or I think it's because of the heat of the dishwasher. They get misshapen and the lids never go on the same again. The bigger, bulkier items aren't going to fit in my drying rack, so I'm going to go ahead and clean off this little counter, give it a good wipe down, and then I can put a drying mat out here for the bigger items. Does anyone else dry their baking pans in the oven? This is what I was taught growing up and continue to do to this day. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean out the one sink. Since I'm going to be working in the kitchen, I will leave the soapy water in the other sink. Next, I need to tidy up this counter, give it a good scrub down, and before I get to restocking my teas and spices, I'm going to go ahead and insert my grocery haul from earlier this week. Here is what I got when I went grocery shopping this morning. We have been trying to stay out of the stores, but we're very limited on who offers grocery pickup in our area, and grocery delivery does not exist. But this week, based on the sales and where I can do grocery pickup, I decided I just needed to go into the stores and get what we needed. So I went at opening this morning. There were only about 5 of us there. I was able to get in, get out with my groceries in less than half an hour and really not come in contact with a lot of people, which was my goal. So here's what we got. I went ahead and grabbed 2 bags of milk. We usually only buy 1, but between the numbers going up and it being winter in Canada, you just never know when you won't make it to the grocery store. So one of those will go in the freezer. We've never had a problem. It defrosts fine. You never know the milk was frozen. I went ahead and grabbed 2 yogurts. They weren't on sale, but they were only about 20 cents more than I pay for them on sale. That's why I only got 2. Normally I always buy 4. Cantaloupe was on sale for 99 cents. Vanilla almond milk. I got 3 more Velveteen. It is soup and stew season. We go through a ton. I got a pineapple, 2 bottles of garden cocktail. This is actually what I use for my base in my beef stew. I will hopefully share that recipe soon. 2 packs of mushrooms. Good news, these have gone down in price. They used to be $3.99, then they jumped up to $4.99, but they seem to have come back down to $3.99, which makes me happy because we use mushrooms a lot to beef up our meals. We use less meat but add mushrooms, and when the price started going up, well, I'll be honest, I wasn't happy. Then I got a 6-pack of peppers, 2 cucumbers. I haven't had cucumbers in a while. They've been so expensive, but I was able to price match these for 99 cents each. In there is 2 bunches of green onions. They were cheaper if you buy 2. I grabbed a 3-pack of garlic, a 6-pound bag of apples. Apples is one of my favorite fruits to keep on hand because they're so versatile. You can eat with them, bake with them, put them in breakfast. I grabbed another bunch of bananas. I got 4 cans of diced tomatoes. Normally we buy our tomatoes at Costco, but lately my Costco hasn't had any, and I'm not sure when my next trip will be. So I just went ahead and grabbed 4 cans. This way, if we need to make a pasta sauce or something, we've got the cans on hand. And lastly, ignore my dirty dishes. My plan for this morning was to get up, tackle the dishes, but I decided to go grocery shopping instead. So I will be tackling those next. But I went ahead and grabbed this big bag of rice. It is the cheapest option, and we just break it down, put it in our pantry. This will last us somewhere between 4 and 6 months. Here is everything I picked up, and now I will get to prepping it. Time to restock. I'm going to start by restocking our Earl Grey tea. Next, to restock the orange pekoe tea. This was a rare occasion where we ran out of both teas at the exact same time. I buy the bulk box of tea at Costco. It's the best deal around, but not all of these bags fit into my mason jar, so I'm going to pack the rest into food saver bags that can be stored in the pantry. Here you can see I got 5 bags. We also buy our rice in bulk. This bag here is going to last our household somewhere between 4 to 6 months. But I don't have a container big enough, nor do I have space to store a container of that size. So again, I'm going to break it down into food saver bags that can be sealed and stored in the pantry. Here we have all of my bags to be sealed. I got 6 bags of rice. I'm going to go ahead, pull out the food saver now, get all of these bags sealed up so they can be moved down to the pantry. This week was one of those weeks where it just seemed like everything started running low, so down to my pantry I went and pulled out all of our big bottles of spices. We buy most of our spices in bulk at Costco, so I'm going to go ahead and refill them. This week I need to refill the cumin, the Italian seasoning, the parsley, garlic, oregano, and basil. Now on to the fun part. Cleaning is cleaning, but cooking and baking, that is my love. The kitchen is my happy place, and there's just something about cooking and baking that brings me great relaxation. Here I'm whipping up a batch of banana muffins. I had some bananas, I swear, in a matter of 2 days went from green and rock hard to banana bread. Is this happening to anyone else? Because this isn't the first time it has happened to me. If you're interested in my banana muffin recipe, I will leave a link to the video on this below. The muffins are ready for the oven. I did the cleaning off camera, but now I'm going to whip together a batch of baked apple oatmeal. I love this recipe. It is so quick, so easy, so simple. I have a video on this I will leave in the description box down below, but I'm just going to bake this off for us to have during the week. Typical me, I've made a mess of the counters, gonna give them a good scrub, and now I'm gonna start prepping vegetables for the week. I know I'm gonna have a really insane week this week, so I'm planning a lot of slow cooker meals, but I need them to be dump and go, so I wanna prep as much of my vegetables as I can beforehand. Here I am cutting up some celery that will go into my slow cooker chicken pot pie. Normally, I don't pre-prep onions. It's just one of those vegetables I don't pre-prep, but I'm going to give it a whirl this week. As you'll see, I'm going to put them in sandwich bags because I don't want them to make the containers smell like onions because I'm afraid I'll never get that smell out. But with that being said, I am not going to pre-prep my onions in the future. My fridge smelled like onions for days, even after I had used the onions up. So yeah, we're going to stick to cutting onions the day we use them. The last vegetable I'm going to pre-chop for this week is a pepper. I plan on making slow cooker peppered steak. I'm going to go ahead, slice up my peppers so I can just dump them in the crock pot on the day we make this meal. The last thing I'm going to tackle today is the kitchen floor. I had hoped to get some cleaning done outside of the kitchen, but such is life. This took pretty much the whole day to get through, and there's always tomorrow for those other things. Cleaning this kitchen floor is a bit of a pain. I am 99% sure that the previous owner actually used wall tiles on the kitchen. Yes, this floor looks absolutely gorgeous, but it is so hard to clean. But such is life, it needs to be done. I'm just going to do a quick sweep and mop. Thank you for stopping by The Life of Sassy and checking out my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Have a great and wonderful day, everyone.